Ahoy mateys and welcome back to my Pirates Outlaws gameplay series. Today we are playing Vigilante in Northern Lands. Vigilante is my absolute favorite character in this game, I think. He's just pretty unique and all of his runs feel very different, and he has the potential to have some really fun and powerful decks. So, his abilities. Whenever he attacks, he has a 50% chance to deal a critical hit and get one lucky, and a 50% chance to take half the damage he deals and get one unlucky. And these are little stacks that he'll keep track of and build up slowly over time, and he can also spend them with some of his other cards that he has, like Not So Bad, where he spends all of his unlucky and heals 3 for each of them, to kind of make up for the damage that he deals to himself with his attacks. Then Good Luck also draws him cards if he spends 5 lucky. So, this character, Vigilante, he's all about using multi-hit cards, and it doesn't matter if it's melee or ranged, because they're just such an important thing. It's worth it to go for either of them if you can see them usually. Because multi-hits, they allow him to get a good source of damage, like a good amount, but also get enough unlucky stacks from them, because every hit gives you a stack of something to actually make up for the big damage he'll always be dealing back to himself. And if you're doing it right, then if you have enough multi-hits, he can actually heal, because all of his hits are so small, he heals more back from them than he actually deals to himself. Like, for example, if all of his hits are 4 damage from his multi-hits, he'll heal 4 back from it with his upgraded Not So Bad, and he'll deal 2 to himself on each of them, so he's getting a net gain of healing. Not to mention, he also is getting his payoff from it faster, which is an ability called Heroic, which you get if you have at least 5 unlucky, which is very powerful. The game actually doesn't list all of the abilities that it adds to you while you have it on your turn, but it says you get crits on all of your cards, and all of your unfixed cards become fixed to their max amount. So all of his base cards will be 9, or if they're upgraded, I forget what that value is, but it'll be the max. And what it doesn't mention is that all chance cards, such as Toss, that say they're chance or they have some sort of luck factor in them, they will always give you the most favorable outcome, which is very good with things like Fencer's Rush and Dart Barrage. Hopefully we'll run into some of those kinds of things, especially Fencer's Rush, because that's a small multi-hit. Actually, Dart Barrage is a bit better, but we can't find it on this area, so we're going to look for Fencer's Rush if we can get it, because that'll always deal, while you're heroic, the maximum of 6 hits, and it's a multi-hit, so that's a very good card. And then things, Toss and those do that. Also, while he's heroic, he's unable to miss. So if the enemy has dodge and you have blind, you'll always hit no matter what. So that kind of thing is good. Also, you can hit specters in their soul form, the fire form. So that's a little bit useful, I guess, in some situations. Not on this map though. Oh yeah, packages. I use the 2 multi-hit packages because 2 times 4 is very good on Vigilante. He deals 1 back to himself and gets 4 stacks of things. So it's usually a healing of 8, damage to yourself of 2, so net gain of 6 per each of those. That can be pretty good, on average at least. And then I also use the Brawler package for Pinata here. There are just a lot of dangerous bosses and enemies that give you negative statuses on the last 2 areas. Last 2 maps, Eastern Seas and Northern Lands, so I like to use that there because it's the best form of status change in the game, I think. And yeah, if I get it, you'll see why. It doesn't take up any deck space, and it always guarantees that you never get any bad statuses. Although I would not play it if you're using Chicken or Swordmaster, because they have good status in their base deck, and that cancels out that. So yeah, don't ever use it on those characters, but everyone else in the last 2 areas is very good. I apologize for taking so long to make this video. This is my 6th attempt. I've met a lot of problems on making this video. A lot of storage space running out for my video. A lot of very long runs I've had to restart because they were just boring, and a lot of deaths. So I apologize, that's why it's taking so long. Also, before I get into this run, I want to mention the break is coming up, the winter break. So I actually have a lot more time to actually work on projects and videos and stuff like this. So during this break, I want to try and make a bigger video than usual, at least one. So I'm thinking, tell me in the comments what you would like to see more. I'm thinking either I want to make a guide that goes over all the events and what I usually do in them, and which ones are good, just go over all the events and all their outcomes. Or I could record a full arena run, heavily edited down to make it a little shorter. And also tell me, if you want to see that, what character you would like to see me do a full arena run with, because that also sounds like a really fun idea. So let's start in Northern Lands with a Vigilante for this run. Okay, I have all the potions on, so I'm going to take the harvest from the erosion potion, and let's plan our route. I think the right path looks pretty good. Or is it the left? Is it the left? Yeah, I think the left is better. I don't know. I'm not gonna count everything out, but I think the left is better because more markets and taverns and things. And an earlier market. I want to get the not so bad upgraded pretty quickly. But yeah, in Northern Lands, even some of the normal enemy fights, not even the boss fights, can be very dangerous, and I've died to those more than the bosses, I think, on this area. So Disgusting Egg, I'll take a Relic early, of course. That's a very good. Better than most other options you'll ever see. Also, when it comes up, I'll explain the little mechanic that this area has. Wow, another Relic. I'll take that. I'm probably going to sell both of these, actually, though, because none of them are too great. Just reload from enemies dying and injury stuff, not that great. And I have a lot of money, so I'm going to remove something. I think I'm going to take out a Slingshot, because it's a ranged card. And I'll go to an event. Upgrade card, that's very good. I usually upgrade not so bad first, just so I can get a little bit more survivability. And let's go to the market. The next upgrade I always go for is usually Toss, just so I can fix my ammo problems. This character, he has a bit of ammo problems early on until he gets these upgraded, because he has a slim chance that he'll just not get reload for a while, because he has a chance to get nothing from it. So this guarantees you're getting some reload at least. And yeah. I don't ever remove the tosses or replace them with other ammo cards, though, because they're very good. They still have an average of giving you 2 ammo, but they also give you stacks at the same time, so I like them quite a bit, actually. And, yeah, so soon I think we'll get the new mechanic from this area to show up. Maybe not this fight, though, I don't know. I would like to heal at least before this fight's over. Okay, I'm gonna do that now. Yeah, I don't think we're getting it this fight. That's kind of interesting. But I want to show that off as soon as possible. Maybe it's this turn, because I see the background getting a little darker. No, it's not. Okay. Maybe next fight, then. I'm gonna reroll these. Yeah, those two. Those two. Good thing I have a lot of money. None of these are great either with Vigilante. Well, I'll take a Relic, at least. Yeah, let's continue. Wow, we are not getting to show off the mechanic here. Maybe I'll just explain it then, before we eventually do find it. It's a mechanic called Cold, and it shows up in stacks, a little bit like your Lucky and Unlucky here. And, what it does is it punishes you for drawing cards by dealing you damage whenever you draw them, and every time you do an attack, the damage will also increase for the next time. I'm getting a little bit low. I want to heal up a little bit. I think it's the time now. Also, I think was this a battle or was this an event? Because there is an event on stage 1 or 2. Oh, here's the cold. There it is. Whenever you attack, you get 1 cold. Whenever you draw an extra card, lose HP equal to the cold level. So yeah. I don't think that's enough to always justify not taking draw cards, because card draw is very, very powerful. So, I don't know, it sort of depends what you think. But yeah, there's a chance in this area that there's an event that you can get in this area that starts off with a battle. I forget if this is one or not. No, it was not. Oh, an 80 cost relic. I'll take that. I'll go to the, yeah, alright. I would like to join you, of course. So we gotta remember, the Norths, not the settlers, shared their support. And we get 2 upgrades for free. That's pretty good, I guess. Because Good Luck is upgraded, I'm probably gonna keep it. I might have removed it otherwise, I don't know. I've been trying to experiment with upgrading it, or with removing it and not removing it in Northern Lands, but I've gotten pretty similar results in each of my runs, so I think it's debatable. But now this guarantees I'm gonna keep it. Because it's not hurting my ammo balance. I can just play it whenever I want and replace it. Unless I have cold. But yeah, on every other area, it's a great card. I would never remove it. I want to heal up. to my max. I'm gonna replace it here. Okay. There we go. We get the heroic as well, so more block. Becomes 9. Yeah, but these basic enemy fights, they can be pretty dangerous in this area, as we're seeing here. Yeah. Thankfully, I think we're hitting a tavern before the boss, so we can make sure we're at full. Okay. Yes, I can heal up before this guy hits me again, and I can end the fight. Good. Alright. Potentially get another? No. Okay. That's alright. We ended up with alright HP, I guess. We're not playing injury deck, so I'm not going to take that. I'm going to reroll. None of these are great either. I'm going to reroll. There's a multi-hit, but it's not the greatest. It's 2 ammo for ×2. And also gets its own critical hits, which means you don't want to get critical hits additionally with Vigilante, because that just means that he can deal more damage back to himself on his unlucky blows. And it also doesn't increase his damage by that much anyways, because you're already getting crits on your stuff. You can't get double crits. So none of those, definitely. None of these. Wow. Pinata, though. Okay. Finally, we're going to get to see that. That's going to help us a lot. I feel a lot safer now. I'm going to sell the golden knife, because actually, and for bracer 2, I don't need that. A little bit of extra block. It's a bit like musicians, the little stance thing. Anyways, what was I saying? I forget. Okay, sorry. Yeah, I'm gonna heal up so we can make sure we're getting into this boss with decent HP. Okay, yeah. I feel a lot less scared, though, that I have this status change now. Yeah, that injury is gonna give us rage. Right, you also... Okay, I remember what I was saying. You don't always want to upgrade stuff with Vigilante, because that just means he deals more damage back to himself, and he gets less healing because of that, so be careful about upgrading too much stuff. You want to keep a good balance of damage and healing, and the more you increase one, the more the other decreases. I don't like any of these. I'm gonna reroll though. Oh wow, this is very, very good. Rose. Whenever we deal a critical hit, we heal 3. That's every other hit we deal, basically. I don't like any of these in the shop, so I'm just gonna get an upgrade. I'm gonna upgrade my ammo balance is pretty good actually. We have ammo balance of like average of 3 per deck rotation and a cost of 3, so I don't need to upgrade ammo really. So I'm gonna upgrade this for a bit more survivability, and let's continue. The boss, I think we beat it because we have the most amazing healing ever now. I'm gonna do that while I can. Okay. So yeah, this boss... Oh yeah, also, I forgot to mention, you know that event earlier where we sided with the Norths? Well, every boss in this map is actually from one of those two sides, Norths or the Settlers. And this, as you can see, is on the Settlers side. I think most of them on the Settlers side have the Viking helmets, and the Norths, they have like fur on, like, I don't know. They wear like fur on them or something from like hunting, you know, I don't know. It's not super hard to tell. But I think all the basic enemies are neutral. They can be from either side. But it's the bosses in particular that change, depending on which side you sided with. It's also possible to side with both sides. I'm not sure what that does to the bosses, but that opens the opportunity at a later event to actually get a secret boss fight in this area, where you fight a boss from... Eventually you have to remember which side you supported, because you have to support that side in another battle eventually, and you gotta choose which side you support. And if you side with both of them, if you agree to side with both of them earlier, and you get both of the events where you do that, and then you abandon both of them and don't fight, and just leave the event, then that triggers the fight where you fight both sides' bosses at the same time. That's pretty scary, so don't try and do that on purpose, but it's a fun one to go for if you think your deck is particularly powerful. But yeah, only do that for fun. Also, if you abandon one of them, then they will give you a curse as well. So if you're going It's the downgrade curse. It's a particularly awful one where whenever you draw it, you downgrade a card in your hand. Not permanently, but just for the fight. But if you manage to get that boss fight, the secret boss fight, you're also betraying both sides. They both give you a curse. So you get 2 downgrade curses, and that just makes it even harder. So yeah, that's a challenge. I've done it before with Vigilante though, so maybe we'll get to see that here just for fun. I would like to do that, but this is very not worth it usually. But this fight's almost over. We're gonna be at full HP. This is nice. Yeah, and there it is. Now we just gotta kill this one last guy, and we're good. I really like Northern Lands. It's one of my favorite areas, but I think I like all 3 of the last ones equally. They're all pretty good. Oh, wow. Okay. Telescope and Conch, both are very good relics, but particularly for Vigilante, I think I like Telescope. Because you can have, although, okay, drawing cards, you gotta be careful in this area. So that would mean while you have cold stacks, you don't ever want to play range cards, really. So, but I think it's worth going for that build. That can be very powerful. That can lead to infinites if you have a small enough deck and you don't have cold at the moment and you have a good ranged multi-hit. So that could be fun. Also, this Maelstrom, I think it's worth it to go for it as long as there's no tavern at all, really. I think we would sink from that. So I'm gonna have to avoid it then. So does that mean we go through the right and then past it without going through? I think so, yeah. Alright. That's not great, but that's what we have to do. Yeah, alright. Also, we got our good result fairly quickly from that boss reward, but usually if you're Vigilante, some of his relic synergies are very, very powerful. Things like Telescope and Rose that do stuff whenever you crit. So it's usually worth it to reroll boss rewards as much as you can because those are rare relics that you're looking for. And rare relics are very common in boss rewards, especially since you also, if you have the loot potion, you have 5 options. They're very easy to get. So it's definitely worth it to reroll in the boss rewards until you can get something that helps you a lot. And there are also area-specific cards and relics and things that help them a lot there as well. I think every area has something specifically for the crit build. In this area you have Helmet, although it's not a rare card, so that doesn't help much. I'm gonna tank a little bit of damage there because otherwise, if you don't kill that guy, he doubles his damage every single turn. That is very scary. And it doesn't stop doubling, unlike the boss from Soul's Rift. So you gotta take care of that guy really quickly. Yep, this fight's almost over. I think it might be this turn. Yep, okay. And we get a relic, I'll take that. By the way, whenever I go through the card rewards really quickly, I do know what the other cards do. I've memorized a lot of them, and I'm taking that into account, so don't worry about that. But yeah, knowing what cards and things do, how good they are, helps you so much in this game, actually. That's a really important thing to learn, and unfortunately, I can't really teach people much about that in these videos. But yeah, that's a huge aspect of this game, just trial and error. Experimenting, figuring things out, thinking what enemies do, what bosses do, and that will go a long way. Alright, oh, we can heal back to full. That's nice. Oh, our Disgusting Egg reloaded us there, I forgot about that. I don't like that relic though. Unless you get it before a boss where you kill a lot of enemies during it, then I don't know if it's really worth it to have. Because it doesn't really reload you much. The most it could reload you in one fight, unless it's in a boss that keeps summoning them, is 2. I don't know about that. I usually build my decks specifically so that they're going to be good for a boss fight. Because those are usually the most dangerous things, and if you're building for the boss fight, that also makes your deck pretty good against other enemies too. So that's what I usually do. But that's also why I often end up dying on the normal enemies, because I'm not building it specifically for them. But if I didn't, I still think it's the best thing to do though. And I don't like any of these really much. I'm already getting crits, so that's not that great. Crab Pincer gives you more damage, but I'm gonna take it and try and sell it because it's a relic, of course. Left, left, right is the solution. Nope, never mind. It's the other one. Right, middle, right, left, left. Those are the only two options, but I always usually go for left, left, right first because it's more common in the earlier areas. But anyways, we get Holy Water. It's consumable. Heal with full HP for 3 ammo. It's worth having. Oh, I love this event so much. Always continue exploring here. You only lose 8 HP from it, but you get this amazing, amazing armor relic. Very worth having. Market. Here, I'm going to upgrade something. I'm going to upgrade my talisman here, because ammo balance is already pretty good, I think. I'll upgrade the toss, though, next. Let's continue and try and get to that tavern. This guy here, whenever you get rid of all of his shield, he marks himself, which allows you to kill him a lot faster. But then again, you also don't want additional crits with Vigilante, so this is a tough one for him. I'm gonna try and damage him a bit, yes, while he has that. Yeah, I'm not sure about this. Also, whenever he comes back, he also comes back with a bit more damage too. I think it's worth it to spend 3 to draw a card or damage on him there. Yeah, okay. And it also heals us 3 from Rose, so not a big deal. Alright. This turn, I think let's whittle him down a little bit. I could get through a little bit of that block. I think it's worth it to go with this. Oh, yeah, that's good. Okay. I think we're pretty safe with 33 block here, even more now. Another thing you can do against this enemy here, you can whittle down his block so that he is closer to 1, just like that. It's a little hard to control with Vigilante, but with anyone else, you want to do that so that there you have a full turn where you can hit him directly, basically. That's not going to be this turn, I don't think. Yeah, we're just stocking up on armor and stuff now, but once we get a few attacks in our hand, I'm going to do this. Like now, I think. We might even get to do that and guarantee the crit was already guaranteed, but we get the max value now. We don't hit ourselves back. And this guy's almost done. I'm gonna play good luck there. I like to play it quite a lot, actually, and usually spend my stacks just to draw a card, because there are a lot of times when you just need something on the turn you have it. Just something a little bit more, like on that fight where you want to try and get controlled turns a little bit more, and that's why I was doing that a bit. Reroll these, I don't like a lot of these. I'll take this just to skip taking a card, I think. Pretty sure that's the right thing to do. But none of these, I'm good with all of these relics, actually. These are pretty good. And I'm gonna sell a lot of them and they're full. I'm not gonna replace anything. Remove a card, I'd like to do that, of course. Actually, wait a minute. You know what? I think if we remove an attack, we'll have too few attacks to actually survive quite well. That could be scary. So just to be safe, I like a lot of these cards. I think I might remove Good Luck, just because card draw isn't as amazing on this area. Even though it's upgraded, I'm forced to remove something really. So we don't have to worry about drawing cards anymore, except with the multi or just ranged cards, really. Oh, wait a minute. Oh no. Our Pinata is interfering with Crab Pincer to give us some bad status effects at the start of battle. I don't like that so much, but I wouldn't mind having Weakened because it gives you more healing than damage. Sort of like I mentioned before, decreasing damage increases healing with its character. So that's not such a bad thing. It's actually a little bit safer than getting Rage at the start of a battle, because that means you're getting less healing than you're getting damage. Alright, we dealt a lot of damage to ourselves, but we also get the 4x7 right now to pretty much make up for it. Yep. 2 damage, I'll tank that from cold, I don't care about that too much. I'm not paying too much attention to cold, really, with this small deck here, because the most cold can be, really, in one full deck rotation, it's usually going to go away after that, about, is 3. And that's tankable. I don't care about that too much. I'll take a Hurricane here. We had better get something good from this fight. Otherwise, we're doomed to not have good enough attacks, really. So I don't know if he would beat this boss. I'm gonna have to spend this here because this fight can be scary. Actually, it's not that scary. I forgot we have Pinata. Never mind. I shouldn't have done that. I shouldn't have wasted that card. But usually I treat that as a scary fight with injury. There are scarier status effect fights, though, with Snowball Kid in particular. That one's scary. I'll get it back, though. Huh. The stage 2 boss here is Age. He is one of the scary status effect fights. He gives you Mark at the end of your turn, so you can't actually replace it while you have it on your turn to prepare, which is why Pinata is so good at fighting him, because it's literally the only thing in the game that can actually counteract that getting effects at the end of your turn. So that's very good. I'm going to sell some relics here, because I have too many I don't want. I don't want Crab Pincer or Disgusting Egg, but I'll keep the rest. And I might have to replenish AP soon. Probably not yet, because I'll get a bit from the end of this, beating the end of this area, and I will not sink from the end of it for sure. Although, that might change my run in the next area, and I don't think I'll ever run out of AP if I do it now. I'm gonna do this. Alright, that's my thinking. And let's continue here. I don't know. I don't want to fight this, but you get a reward from it at least. I don't want to spend AP in case there's a chance that we sink. But yeah, now it's worth it to spend Hurricane. Because this is a tougher fight. I think it's a crew battle, basically, so you're fighting 2 waves of enemies. I think. But you do get a reward from that. I think you get like a relic or a card or something from it. Usually a rare one, I'm pretty sure. Kind of like in boss rewards. So there's a chance we get a good relic or something. That could help us. Because I don't know what I'm doing right now on this boss. But I think this is going to be a successful run simply just because we have Rose. Even if we don't find our multi-hits, that just is such a powerful relic that we can usually outlast most bosses. Although this guy here, he's doubling his damage. If we don't kill him this turn, we lose, basically. But we have a heroic turn, so we're good. 2 cards with heroic will kill him. Whew, that was kind of scary, actually. But we're all right. Yeah, it's particularly worrisome when that guy is in the back behind an enemy, because then unless you have ranged, you kind of have to get him a little bit later than the other guys. You don't have the best damage either, so that's, yeah, I'm glad we got through that. A lot of people think that Vigilante is a super luck-based character in combat. I kind of disagree with that, actually. Because 50% and 50%, that's pretty consistent. That's half of your things that'll do one thing, half of them will always do the other. Honestly, to me, that's so predictable. That's just as much luck to me as your card order, like the order of draws and stuff that you get. It's so similar. The real luck that this character has is in getting rewards and things, because he relies on getting things a bit like Musician, although things he relies on aren't as rare as Musicians usually, so I don't think he's as bad. He's a pretty decent character, and he does have strengths as well. Musician kind of is just like a meh at everything. And I think we're good now. He might even be dead this turn. Yep, okay. And we get something. Be a multi-hit? No, it's just a relic. Alright, we didn't have to spend AP. And we ended up with full HP, so worth it, I think. What do we upgrade here? I think we might have to upgrade. I don't think we have to upgrade anything, actually. We have such a big advantage on this boss just because we can't get marked. I don't think we have to go for much more damage, do we? No. We still have a lot of healing from Rose. I think it's worth it to upgrade this for the damage. I think we need to be faster. Oh yeah, to kill this guy too, because he skills his damage pretty well. Oh yeah, I love Match actually. It's a very good relic. I think I might even keep it actually. It just gives an enemy blind like every single turn if there's one or more. Or if there's more than one. I like that quite a bit. Yeah, this would be a scary fight if we were getting marked all the time, but no, we're just getting good statuses from it, so I'm not super scared. But otherwise, this is a very, very dangerous fight. One of the hardest stage 2 bosses, I think. The second most dangerous, I'd say, is... what's his name? I don't know. The guy that has... what is it that he has? There's this guy that... is he Norn? No, that's the arena boss. Norn is the arena boss. That's not him. It's like Njal or something. Njal or something? I don't know how to pronounce it. Njal is his name. And he has a snowball kid in the back. If you've seen Snowball Kids, I don't think we have this run. They give you the weakened status a whole bunch. And they scale their damage slowly. And they always crit you if you have 5 or more weakened on you. So they are a very dangerous enemy because they deal a lot of damage if you leave them alive for too long. But it spawns behind the boss. So if you don't have ranged or anything, then you're guaranteed to lose that fight basically. Because you just can't take care of him fast enough. He will damage you too fast for you to keep track of, for you to actually counteract. This too much. You need to have ranged, or at least some way of damaging him pretty quickly on that fight, or else you're doomed. Alright, we're gonna reroll for a good... I want Fire at Will right now, I think, actually. Because if we remove Slingshot and upgrade our ammo, we can support having a big ranged card of 3 cost, and it's a really good multi-hit. We need something here like that. So we have money. I'm gonna reroll until we get that, or... here it is! Exactly what I was looking for. Okay, I think we're good. That is what we need. So now we need a tavern and a market to actually do that at. So I think we can go... this looks like a pretty good path, actually. I can start going to the right and hit a market and then a tavern, and we're good. I think this run is 720. I think we finally have a winner for a good recording. I love Fire with Vigilante, though. Oh, that's also gonna... that's scary, actually. I gotta be careful with that. I forgot about cold. I'm not gonna play that because that would take a lot of damage. But yeah, we gotta be careful about that. But that could be infinite. That could be very helpful. This guy, this enemy, eventually deals damage equal to his HP. Not to worry though, because I think he's dead next turn anyways, or we can tank it. But yeah, you gotta deal damage to him fast, so it's a good thing we got Fire at Will. And we get a relic here. I'll just take something here. We're not playing drunk, so I'll get Disgusting Egg. And the bit of reload it has for now helps us a bit with playing our big ranged cards, so that's pretty good. I think I will sell it though eventually. Oh, I love Match though. I'm keeping that. That can be very good. The boss though we're eventually fighting, it has... oh, look at this. You can play this curse and gain injury, but we get good statuses from it. Like that. But yeah, the boss we're fighting is a single enemy fight, so that's not going to help us too much, so I'm going to sell it before that, I think. Other than that, it is so good. Just giving one enemy blind guaranteed every round, basically, helps a lot for these dangerous multiple enemy fights before the boss. So I like that. Bronze ring. Oh no, chain strike. That's a melee multi-hit. I'll take that. I might remove it before the boss though. I don't know, because it's a one enemy boss fight. But I like that. Bronze ring was a better relic for selling, but I don't think we have to worry about our money too much. We have a lot. So I'll just take what makes it easier for now, and we're less likely to die before the boss, because I think we beat this boss. This boss, well, first of all, we could infinite potentially if we make our deck small enough. So maybe it wasn't a good idea to add cards to it, but I don't think it's a big problem. But we ended that fight in one turn. But yeah, this boss, he gains armor every now and then, but he gains equal to his current HP. So you gotta whittle down his huge amount of armor, reduces HP by a little bit before he gets it back to full. So yeah, it's a dangerous fight, but I think we can handle it. We can remove a card. That's great for getting closer to the infinite. I will remove Slingshot. And we can upgrade something here. Pepper. That is another really good card with Vigilante, because he can deal damage to himself and draw cards for it. For now, I'm going to upgrade Toss, though. And I'm not going to buy that, because we have our relic slots full, and we don't need more card draw, because we already have quite a lot, and card draw is dangerous. And it's already controlled enough. If we added that, it would be even harder to control. I don't like that idea. Okay, so, but yeah, the way we can go infinite with that card is if we have the heroic stance on currently, and we have a small enough deck. If we have heroic, we'll always guarantee get the reload of 3 from Toss. And if you're drawing 7 cards, you always draw your hand full again. So you're guaranteed to get an ammo and a fire at will in one turn, which when you play everything in that hand, it will let you play the fire at will to draw it completely back again and have the ammo from it again. And every hit will be a crit from the fire at will, so you draw a card from every single hit. So yeah, that's infinite if we can get that. I'd like to try that. And we have some removals at this tavern we can use. We can get rid of Disgusting Egg. And get rid of a match because we won't want it on the boss. It only happens if there's more than one enemy. So I'll sell that. And let's remove things. I'm going to remove Flying Kick. Remove another Flying Kick. And then I'll spend some money at the next tavern to try and get down to 5. Because currently, if we use our 2 consumables, we're at 7. We're at 7, so we need 2 removals to get to 5. And then we will be in infinite. We will be infinite. Oh, we lost max HP. I forgot to gamble there. We can go through this. I don't want to buy Helmet because that means we are guaranteed unable to remove 2 cards. So I want to be sure we can do that. And this is this noble kid in the back here. So I'd like to get rid of him quickly. So I'm going to spend that. Hopefully our fire at will hit him and kill him soon. Maybe Chain Strike will. There we go. Don't have to worry about this fight anymore. Oh, I'm very excited to get this infinite going. It's gonna be a fun one. And it's a fast infinite, unlike, because it deals a lot of damage really quickly, so it's not gonna be super long like Explorer's Infinite. I like that a little bit too. Although it doesn't change how practical either of those combos are. I just like this a little bit better. It's a fun one. Okay. Oh, I'm very excited for this, because I'm pretty sure we're guaranteed to get it. This is gonna be fun. Huh. So what cards will we move? I'll probably move a Chain Strike and something else. We can sell this as well, because we're not making injury deck. We can remove 3 cards now, can we? I don't know, we'll see. But I remove Chain Strike, for sure, and Talisman. So now every deck rotation, we reload 6 if we're heroic, and then we can play Fire Will again, and play Talisman for 4, and we've reload 6, so ammo balance is perfect. We are infinite now, let's go. Okay. We have enough ammo to get to the boss, or enough AP to get to the boss, and we're good to go. This is it. Infinite time. Alright. This is a good run. I'm so glad I got this done. And this is a tough recording to get going. Hopefully my storage does not run out before that happens, though. Anyways, we're going to fire at Will right now. That'll draw us everything back, because we're getting a lot of crits from it. But I'm going to use Holy Water just so I can have a deck of 5 cards now. If we don't get cold soon, we are infinite completely, basically. Yeah. I love this. Alright, we are Heroic now. And we're infinite! We're infinite, we're going, and we're gonna kill him right now this turn. Ah, I love this. Our deck of 0 cards shuffles itself. Yeah, we can just repeat that over and over again now. Oh, I love this. Vigilante is pretty good at doing infinites like this. Because he has so many possibilities. I have a lot of recordings of just like the final boss where I went infinite with Vigilante. There are so many good ways too. I could go on for days about all the infinites that he has, that he's better at any other character for doing. But yeah, 5 card deck. That was fun. You got an infinite there. That was good. Alright. So, that was a very good run. I am very hyped I was able to get that all recorded. It was a fairly long video, but I'm probably going to edit it down, cut out a lot of the fights, because that just took forever. Alright. Well, thanks for watching. Farewell, mateys. Good luck on your adventure.